Oh, hello everybody. Welcome to, I forgot to ask what episode this is. What, 12, 13? I think 13.
It's 13, baby.
13.
Baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen of figure banging. Thank you for joining us tonight. So yeah, let's just get right into it. We got a very special guest tonight. We have Mr. Brian Brink. Hello, thanks for coming.
What's up, folks?
The Toy Detective. Du-du-du.
We were supposed to have another special guest, but he's running a little late. So we're going to move on. Also joining us, as usual, Mr. Asian Kid Matt. What's up, Matt?
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
And Mr. Silver Age, a.k.a. Dust Mites.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Figure Banging, episode 13.
13, wow.
You like that?
Yeah, that was good.
Was that too much?
Nah,
That
it was good. Right amount.
So this is a very super secret episode. Nobody's ever going to figure out what it is. Today we are doing... Bam! MP29, right?
I don't know. What are you telling
29.
asking me for?
Laserwave, aka in America, known as in America as Shockwave.
Yay.
I'd like to really blowing you out. Let's pull you back a little bit.
Who's that?
I'd like to.
Asian
Blow
Kid-
Don't
Asian
try,
Kid Matt?
don't try to make it look dark.
The light's blowing out, Matt. Matt, the light's blowing you out. Get those lights in check, will you?
I wish I'm not a silhouette anymore.
Yeah.
You're like an April Fool's fucking Takara reveal.
Oh, we do have a special guest. Who's on mute?
Oh.
Yes! Oh, this is what I was doing, guys. I was too busy doing it. Since Tyler couldn't make it, Justin was in the chat. I know he has as Laserwave, so I just threw him in here for the fuck of it.
All right.
Cool. You guys hear me all right?
Getting a little echo. You got some headsets around here?
Yeah, sure, man. Hang on.
All right, cool, man.
So, sorry, my audio just dropped out of nowhere. I don't know why.
All right,
Oh,
nothing but technical difficulties here on Figure Banging. Thank you, Google Hangouts.
That was weird. As soon as he joined, my audio just dropped.
Yeah, well, that's usually what happens. Once a couple of people jump in, the bandwidth gets stretched, sort of like, my belt. But, it's all good. Fat guy jokes.
Hashtag fat guys.
Victory Sabers is in the chat. He said, "Hey, Lavender Wave, yay!"
Is that working?
There you go.
Oh, much better, brother.
Cool, man.
Well, thanks for joining us, man.
No problem, dude. Glad to be here.
Like last minute, man. It's not like you're like third string or something like that, but you were just in the chat. And I said, "Hey, this fucking dude got the figure. Let me just ask him." He's like, "Sure."
Sorry, I got it right here.
Sorry, Ace. I didn't get a chance to run it past you.
Yeah, that boo. No, kick him out.
Please don't throw me off Figure Banging.
So here we go in his gun mode. And I just knocked the stand over. He does come with a stand, which is pretty neat, which also doubles his backpack, but put that to the side. There he is in his laser gun mode. Very cool. He does have a trigger, which one-ups pretty much every other Shockwave except for G1. And it does work, if I can point it at the camera.
Pew pew.
There's a switch on the side that makes it do that, if that's a thing you want. And it'll do that for a while.
Oh, yeah.
But that was something that I was totally not expecting to see, like an actual working trigger, which is very cool.
Until it snaps.
What do you mean you weren't expecting to see that?
They haven't done one since G1.
Yeah,
No,
but
Shockwave has had.
look at the fucking price point. There better be a fucking working fucking trigger. There should have been sounds for the price point. Okay,
Yeah,
You're right.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I do wish it had sounds. I wish this lit up.
All right, we'll get into that later. But just come on.
That's probably what's taking them so long to do Masterpiece Megatron and trying to make it shoot rubber pellets like the original.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Pew. Okay. I guess we'll talk about the elephant in the room in robot mode. But the only other real issues here in gun mode is a little bit hollowy here and here, but that's for the transformation. It doesn't bother me. I know people cry about it. I don't think it's the end of the world. I'm sure someone will make like shapeways pieces to fit in there.
You know what I was thinking? I thought maybe here I'll show the bottom of the handle again. You see where the feet are to the back?
these folded down or
I
something?
thought for some reason they folded to the
Well,
front.
these are die cast, I think.
I thought they folded to the front, man. I
These-
really did. I was fucking with it when I first got out of the box. I was gonna fucking break it.
These inside pieces are plastic, I think. I think
Plastic,
this purple
and
is
they have
plastic.
Look how shady that is, man. There is a little piece of plastic, a plastic piece, and a little piece of die cast to go around it.
All this silvery is die cast.
Yeah,
It's
all that.
the core of it, like this middle piece is plastic. So I couldn't really hinge it.
That looks terrible.
Some people have complained about this, but this is actually accurate. He did have this little wheelie thing. I mean, there's really not a ton to say in gun mode. He's got a little reticle. So if you can pew pew guys with it. Pew pew.
Wow, that fucking gaping hole in the back is really standing there, man.
It doesn't.
How did I not? I didn't even notice that.
I
man,
don't.
online.
I honestly don't even care.
I didn't notice something because you know I would have been fucking waving the flag on that.
Of
I
course.
didn't even notice that.
You didn't notice that?
Maybe you're missing a piece. I don't know.
No, man, that's for Legend
No,
Shockwave.
it's-
You put Legend Shockwave in there.
Cram them in there.
They could fly. They could fly around together, like that one time he flew for some reason in gun mode.
right.
Man, I didn't even. How did I not notice that? If you look at my Instagram, I did not point that out one fucking time.
Wow.
Now I got to transform this bitch back and then throw it on there.
Man, the lights are really making him look lighter than he is.
Yeah, well, that's everybody's video. Either they make him look lighter or darker. He looks a lot more blue.
Yeah, he's more. It's this.
There is more purple to it.
It definitely just for some reason this camera's blown out the colors.
You know, it's really not too bad having it in hand. The color's not too bad. And then I just went on a major season 1 fucking Shockwave fucking mission. the
So I
other
guess. Yeah.
And the color's pretty much on point. Could be like a shade or two darker, but I'm not. I know we were talking shit about it, but it's not too bad.
Like I said, this doubles as a stand. This is going to be his backpack to make it more tune accurate. So it's not just this on his back.
It actually looks really blue in hand.
It looks. I mean, it looks more purple than it's showing up on this camera.
Your camera's junk. How about you invest in a better camera for your show?
It's a $100 camera. I can figure out a way to get my fucking.
In 2001.
If I get my
1992, but
if I can get my DSLR to work, I would use that, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work with as a webcam.
wow, let's see that hole again because I really didn't notice that, man. I can't believe I didn't notice that.
It's how because the legs have to fold around.
It's like a Nerf gun.
It shows you how fucking observant I was.
That's where you put the little foam disc in.
Nice, Matt. Nice. Matt's all about the foam dicks.
What? Hey now.
God damn it.
Hey now.
You ever walk into a fucking glass door? You just did.
You can put your spare batteries in there.
You can put all kinds of things in there.
Yeah. Fries.
I guess you know what I really like. I like how they did the hose.
I was just gonna get to that. So the hose is
I didn't mean to.
the hose is either a spring or some kind of coil.
The metal coil.
It feels like
plastic. It's like a plastic slinky.
It definitely feels like a spring, and with the rubber
Is there
underneath.
anything in the middle of it?
No, it's just
Yeah,
yeah.
there is.
Like a wire or something?
Yeah, there's a wire in there.
No, it's like a shoelace looking thing or something. It's like a
Yeah, don't go pulling it because
I'm
I
not
know
gonna-
people.
yeah, I'm
I know
not-
people have issues with theirs already.
I can't.
Oh, wow.
Here we're saying that it was a better design, but yet it's having the same fucking problems as the plastic rubber.
Well, what's good about this is it's very responsive and it'll move with the figure as opposed to being like a stiff hose.
Yeah.
And if you don't want it, it just pegs in. You can unpeg it and take it out. It's not functional. Like it's not like in G1 the toy. This held the wires for the electronics to light the barrel up. But since we're in the future, we don't need that. They ran the wire through here.
We're in the future.
We're in the future. We don't need wires.
Where we're going, we don't need no wires.
It's all Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's what I was thinking.
So just for size comparison, here he is with a car.
Okay, that makes sense.
With a car. That's realistic.
Do we have any other guns, like the G1 Megatron or something?
My G1 Megatron's over in the freaking corner somewhere, buried in storage.
Ah.
And plus, it would be the size of a real Walter P-38, so it would be smaller than this. It would be up to, like, here.
Huh.
Hey Ace, if you've got the little accessory, can you see if it plugs into clamp down there?
I don't think it does, but I'll try. Hold on. On this side.
It does if you try hard enough.
Don't,
Well, everything.
you know, if the toy detective wants you to do it, you do it.
No.
And we're going to get on to that toy detective in a little bit.
No, it doesn't. I think it's because there's a lid on here. It wants to, but it doesn't.
Doesn't plug in, like, to the little spot underneath? No, nothing? Nowhere? You can't plug it in nowhere?
Not on that guy.
So much for imagination.
Alright.
Oh my god. Knocking over everything. Alright, so I think that's all we can say really about laser pistol mode, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, anybody else have anything to say
Really
what
nothing.
they like or dislike? I mean, in one of my Instagram pictures, I held it up right to the screen, right out of when I freeze framed when he was transforming in the first episode, and it was pretty much on point. And you're blinding me. You're gonna give me a seizure. But honestly,
if I want to give you a siege, I'll do this.
you know, honestly, like for the most part, it is really pretty much accurate.
And what I like about it is it's accurate to both the show and the toy.
Well, you know, turn it around. Turn to the back of it.
Like it's transformation.
Oh, there's no accuracy there. I don't see any accuracy. That's not accuracy. You know.
But when you point this at somebody, you're not pointing it with the back facing them. You're pointing it with the business end. So.
Yeah.
I was just, there's a lot of screw holes in here, and I thought maybe
they're all over
maybe they could have painted it or put in those screw hole fillers or something.
No wonder it's so hollow.
Matt, you don't even
Matt,
have.
you don't even have the fucking figure, Matt. Why are you even here?
Oh wait.
You're getting booted, man.
This is all metal too. This piece.
You're like, you're along for the fucking free ride, man.
Nah, man. If Ace would have done Spotter, then we would be on the same page.
Shut up! I'm not doing Spotter. Spotter sucks.
Afraid to transform Spotter.
Spotters next week.
Better be.
All right, so I think we're gonna move on.
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody else have it in gun mode? Does everybody have it in gun mode? Anybody on here? Just you have it in gun mode? What do you got it in?
No, mine's in bot mode. Already beat you.
All right, Brian. So here we go, Brian. You ready? You and Ace gonna race?
I don't want to fucking know.
Yeah, all right.
You guys gonna race for transformation? All right, it's on.
Race Ace.
All right, here we go.
So one of the
I'm done already. Here it is.
Well,
The color's spot on in robot mode, I must say.
So one of the great things, like I said, is this doesn't parts form. It all.
You think that's a great thing?
Yes.
Okay.
that looks like it's going to break.
This is metal, so I don't think it's gonna break.
Ah, that's nice. Still might break.
It's metal. It's not gonna break.
Does it have ratchets where it counts?
Does it have a plastic core?
It's got ratchets in the D.
Oh.
I still can't believe I never noticed that big gaping fucking hole in the back.
It's so that the legs can swing around.
I was waiting for you to say something about that, but then you never did. I was like, oh, I wonder if you never saw it.
Yeah, this is why I'm not a reviewer. We're transforming here. We need some theme music for this, so we got to come up with some theme music. Come on, it's not that hard. You should be done by now.
There's a little finicky in the legs.
Yeah, well, you know, they definitely adopted some Combiner Wars technology there for the legs.
Ooh. Did they?
I don't know.
I hope Combiner Wars does not clash with Masterpiece figures.
Well, in my opinion, it's definitely being so in quality. They're definitely cutting some corners.
Oh,
It's, you know, it's business, you know.
it's ridiculous. Oh, in my opinion, I think it is. Like, it's a masterpiece. It's supposed to be the the best.
Yo, Harvey _ Dent said in chat, can someone mute Matt? He doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh!
Oh, thanks, dude.
All right. So there's the base transformation. It's
Please knock down the walls. Please knock down the walls.
I've propped up the walls. They should be all right.
Fuck. He's
Dang.
learning. He's learning.
That only happens once.
He's learning and adapting. That's not good.
It's a learning computer. So there he is in the basic robot mode. You can also take this, like I said, swing it around, and then kind of.
Well, let's see it without it. Why don't you just leave it on there without it, so we can see a little bit there.
It's a little cleaner, but it's more like obviously you see more bits. This is going to make it a plastic purple box.
See, everybody was giving me a lot of shit because how big that backpack was, but when you look at Quakewave,
It's the same thing.
yo, he's got a fucking huge ass back whack.
Back whack.
He's a back whack.
Back
Nick
whack.
batter whack. Give a dog a bone. Yeah, he's got a big backpack also.
I think it's a little small.
Don't mind me. I spent 2 hours fucking around with that fucking wind charger. Holy shit. Whoever fucking designed those fucking feet, go fuck yourselves. Die.
Makes you want to transform War Dog, huh?
No. It was the same sort of rage, man.
So there he is with the. Focus a little better.
You might want to pull down his belly button a little bit.
Yeah, that's one of the things. It doesn't.
His belly shirt's hanging up.
His belly kind of hangs out. So there he is with that backpack, and I think it looks a little.
Yeah,
nice.
you know what? It looks a lot cleaner, but turn it around all the way, it's
Cleans up a little bit better.
it's pretty up there, man. It's
Well, you have to contain this.
he's got a lot of trail mix in there, man. He's going on a fucking hike, man.
It's all right. It's all right. Just more of them to love.
I got my trail mix in the back, Megatron.
Megatron, give me my trail mix.
I want my trail mix.
Don't give me that peanut butter shit. Give me the regular one.
With the M&Ms.
I want that Enter the Realm trail mix. That's the worst Shockwave ever.
Okay.
Hey.
So, articulation real quick. Head is on a ball joint.
This is gonna be like a 25-minute show.
Nobody's talking. So we got some waggle, good up, okay down, good side to side.
Now, what do you think of that? The way the head comes up?
So it's let me do it for you guys.
It's not. There's no spring. There's no spring loaded. Now,
That's
now the first time.
Good.
Ichabod Crane over here. When the first time you did it, now did you think about pulling really
Yeah.
up on it? I
I
didn't do any reviews. I did this just.
Yeah, so did I. I was like,
so.
how the hell do you get the head out? I was like, do you just yank it? And you just yank it.
Yeah, but I didn't know it locked in. It does lock in.
Yeah, I didn't know that either till I saw
Yeah,
T-Rex's review on it.
At first, I thought it was just going to be like, just sitting there, and I'm just like, oh, man, this is like fucking Sun Surge all over again.
It kind of like lines up, the horns kind of line up with the divots so that you know when it's down. And then it does lock in when you pull it up. See, I don't even like doing it.
2 key words this evening, people. Horns and divots.
There you go.
Horns and divots.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, but once it pops in, it's all good.
No, it's fine. Like, I'm pushing on it and nothing's happening. Like, you have to force it to go back in.
Yeah, but if you pop the head off and you try to put it back on the ball joint, then...
Don't pop the head off.
Well, I mean, if you're going to pull it like
You have to unscrew it to get it off the ball joint.
What's that, a fucking 27.5-inch screen TV in the back of his head? Is
You
that
gotta kind of pull back up to do it.
Yeah, that's a Vizio back there.
a tablet.
So he's got ratchets going this way. He's got ratchets all the way around this way.
Now, with the arm ratchets, you notice it's that new Ironhide technology ratchet that they used.
Well, that's how old. Yeah, well, you just see the teeth.
Yeah, I mean, it's new to me. I don't remember feeling that on any of the other ones.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah, I see it. Shockwave.
And then he's
banging rule number 1. When someone enters his room, you hit mute.
got extremely strong ratchets going that way. Super strong.
Please break your toy, please. I say this every week. Please break your toy. Thank you.
Bicep swivel. Single bend elbow. I think it's for the electronics. And then nothing at the wrist.
No wrist swivel.
What?
I said no wrist swivel on that one.
Well, it's a gun, so I mean.
I know,
it's
that's a weird.
swivel. This hand is kind of weird. He's got this giant cut. It's like a mushroom ball joint deal.
Yeah, your connection just died because you got super blurry.
Yeah.
I think the only way is like just knocking someone out of here to get the connection better. So Matt, you're out.
What?
Peace.
So he's got this weird ball joint for the wrist. It gives it some waggle, which is whatever. You don't really need it for this, but it does have a tendency to pop off. Like if I just roll it like that, it comes right out.
I never had that happen.
Maybe they thought that that's the part that they wanted to swap out originally.
Maybe.
That's interesting. Yeah. Look at the toy detective.
He's on
it.
Why is this not? Oh, there we go. I was grabbing the wrong piece. He's got a waist swivel. And he's also got some detented, ratcheted ab crunch, but the forward on mine likes to spring back, but it does click back one. I don't know if it's the same on your guys. This panel likes to come up. Hips, he's got all these hip skirts to get out of the way, so Van Damme is a good solid 100% on the Van Damme scale.
Well, when you got skinny ass thighs, you could do that.
Forward all the way. Back is going to be impeded by this, impeded.
What'd you say?
Impeded.
Yeah, you knew you were gonna get it once you said that word. After you said it, you're like, "Fuck! I hope Dust didn't hear that."
That's an SAT word. Thigh swivels. Short of 90 on the knee because of all this stuff, but it's about, I don't know, 50 degrees. Ratcheted knees though, which is nice. Forward and back at the ankles. Kind of. Yeah, there we go. I know it did. You get one click out of it and a good ankle tilt.
Could have been those feet could have been a little wider.
They weren't on the toy.
Oh, here we go. I knew that was coming.
So that's it. That's all the articulation. Accessory-wise, he comes with all this shit. So we got his animation error gun.
Nothing like getting fisted.
So he can hold himself.
We got fisted at that price point, that's for sure.
What's nice? I'm pretty sure this is all purple, and all this is paint. And what's cool is this is actually it's like a piece of yarn or something, or I don't even know what the hell it is.
A rope.
It's like some kind of rope or yarn or something, which is a neat way to do it. You don't have to worry about it breaking. Yarn.
He said yarn.
Yarn.
He's doing hook and ladders or whatever the fuck, hook and latch, whatever the fuck that shit is. Yarn.
So that in that one episode where he shot, he used himself to shoot the Autobots. You can do that if you want. He also has his saluting hand. So what's really cool is the way you swap these out is you literally just pull them off. So it's a really easy way to swap them if you swap your hands a lot. So if you want to have him saluting, he can kind of salute. But since he doesn't have double jointed elbows,
we can't see it. There you go.
You can only
you get him. You could get him there a little closer than that. I got it closer.
Here we go.
I did another comparison pic on my Instagram.
He looks like he's looking over the horizon.
Well, he kind of did the same thing. Like if you look on my Instagram,
Megatron, where are you?
I compared them, and he it was there. So go check out at Dust Mites. Check out the Instagram, see my pictorial.
So I gotta ask, why not give it a more articulated hand as opposed to giving it two hands? I don't know.
Because they wanted to do the saluting. They wanted to do the saluting hand, and they knew people would complain if they didn't give us the clear hand. So we also have a clear saluting hand and a clear fist. And if you really need to be a stickler for G1, because in his first appearance, he didn't have the gun hand for two frames of animation.
It was a little bit longer than that. I went back and rewatched it. It was a little bit longer.
a couple of seconds of animation. You can have him with his two hands, and he can look nothing like Shockwave, and he just be like, "Why the hell did I do that? What am I, stupid?" You feel bad for yourself by giving him 2 hands. So we'll take that. He also has a clear gun.
So it's bad to have 2 hands now?
Bad to have 2 hands.
Yeah.
If you're Shockwave, it's bad to have 2 hands.
Shout out to the flip status.
Ace, do you have the batteries in the arm?
Yes, I do. So I guess I'll show it off with the clear one since I got him in. So he takes AAA batteries for the blast, for the barrel, for the gun, and then he takes LR44 button cell batteries, like the round ones, for the.
There's two different.
Two different kinds. AAA is going in the back, and then LR44 is going here. So you need to know what kind of batteries.
So the batteries in the back work for the trigger.
For the trigger. These just work for this because there's a button right here, and you just push
Why
that.
Is that? That doesn't make any sense.
It's because the LED isn't strong enough.
No, the LED is plenty strong. It's just the way they did it.
No, I mean
These electronics are all self-contained in here. So when you push it, it pulses like that. So the clear one obviously lights up the whole thing.
it's pretty cool.
You can just see the LED in there. And then if you put the opaque one on, it just lights up the tip. It kind of lights up the base.
By the way, MP Collector at Studio Dre are talking in the chat right now. Says, Matt, you don't have to take this abuse. You're better than that. MP Collector says, word, Matt, you're the true talent. Or you're the talent.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Go home and get your BANGIN bugs.
Now go home and get your fucking...
No, why'd you say that?
Of course he's got him. Oh, no. Look at this. They were talking about that in the chat. They said Matt hasn't said anything about his BANGIN bugs. There we go.
He did in the pregame.
Look at this. Purple to gray. Purple to gray. Purple to gray. Purple to gray.
I'm gonna make you purple and gray in a minute.
Is that a threat?
That's a promise.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
So yeah, like we said, I don't even know where I was going with that. Fuck. Lost my train of thought.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I wish the chest lit up.
It looks like
I was hoping that would do that too, with 2 different battery sections.
Yeah, with
No.
like 2 AAAs in the back, it wouldn't have been that hard probably just to run a wire and LED in there.
Well, that's it. They didn't want to run the fucking wire.
Yeah,
But at the
that'd be
price
like-
point of in between $130 and $159.99 U.S. retail.
Well, there's 160,000 yen, and if you import it, you get usually like 30% off the top. So
why does the chest look like that? Like there's like 4.
because that's the way the toy looked.
Oh, it had like
This all lit up and went meow, 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 meow.
So the G1 toy lit up in the chest?
You don't have the G1 toy there, buddy?
It's
No.
boxed up somewhere. I don't have it
Of
handy.
course. Why would you take 10 minutes to open it up?
10 minutes. I'd have to. It would literally take. Okay, hold on.
It's 10 minutes, Ace. 10 minutes. It's all it takes. Yeah, that's a little bit more than 10 minutes.
You want me to go through that?
Damn.
Well, you don't know where you have your shit, man?
It's all labeled, but it's all like the G1 stuff is just labeled G1.
Man, you need to get a fucking house.
But at least it's complete.
We're gonna start the GoFundMe. We're gonna have the Realm of Collectors ETR house. It's gonna be like Real World on MTV.
Real world toys.
Yes.
Real world. I'm a toy collector. All right, so let's do size comparisons. Here he is with Ironhide, which never happened in the show. Here he is with Soundwave. So that's really like he should be shoulder to shoulder with Soundwave, maybe a touch taller, and he's at the shoulder.
I actually saw a comparison on the animation movie last night, and he was shorter than Soundwave.
I mean, this is the tip of his. I have it a little bit of an angle. So I mean, it's like what, a quarter inch, half inch shorter at the shoulder.
Means a lot.
More than that.
So I mean, it's not. It's really if you're a super stickler, it's really not that far off.
Let me see if I can pull this up. You keep talking there, buddy.
And then of course, because we have to show it,
Yeah, Quakewave's taller.
there he is with Quakewave. As you can see, he is definitely smaller than Quakewave.
Is that the original Quakewave?
This is first run. This is actually, I can tell you exactly which release this is. This is the 3rd release of the first run. Because it came with all the replacement parts. It came with the different color, the opaque handgun, and the
Right.
swap the hose to the back, but I think that's stupid because I don't want to lose the LED. Let me show you.
I'm gonna try to do this right now. You know how I always fucking screen share fail.
I think they should.
Hey, my LED still works.
All right, hold on. Here we go. I'm gonna do entire screen here.
Yeah, I think they should have made it a little bit darker.
Hey, his eyes still work too.
I love that light up eye, man. That's awesome.
Can you see that?
Hold up.
Yes.
Oh, but he's leaning forward.
Who's leaning forward?
Shockwave.
Come on, man. That's about as close as you're gonna get to have both of them on the same screen next to each other, pretty much holding hands. I think Shockwave's doing a reach around
Shockwave?
on Soundwave's ass right now. You know, he's giving them
Yeah, looks like
Shockwave!
Shockwave,
Take this in your ass.
Soundwave. That's my gun.
Soundwave, don't worry, that's just my gun.
So I don't know. Take it for whatever it is, man. But that's about as close as you're gonna get. You know, fuck a sunboat chart, but there it is. And I would say the animated movie is probably the better one to go with. You know.
So while you have this picture up, I just want to kind of talk about.
I think I stopped sharing. Did I stop sharing?
The lack. So the lack of line work on this Laserwave or whatever. So I mean, if you look at your MP Soundwave, he's got lots of detail in there, and I don't know if they're just hell bent on this show accuracy, but he's starting. I mean, the way they're going. Well, actually. Maybe only him and Magnus. I shouldn't speak for all of them recently, but they're starting to kind of look out of place with the existing MPs that they had. If you kind of get my meaning there, like Soundwave's got lots of detail on them, but you just showed that picture where he's got like nothing, and then here on this MP Shockwave, it's missing. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of line work on it. I mean,
kind of the problem with Shockwave in general, because this toy didn't really have it, and he didn't really have it in the show.
Oh, the toy didn't have it either?
Not really. It was pretty much all purple.
Well, let me shut my mouth then.
Well, but I get what you're saying. Like MP used to be more of a kind of like a balance between the two worlds.
Right.
Yeah.
And this one seems like it's a total more push on the toy.
Yeah, I mean they would take some liberties to add some style to it, and with this one it's kind of lacking. I think in Magnus it's kind of lacking too. But
now, do you guys don't think we'll maybe see like darker purple repaint?
Yeah, of course, we're gonna see. There's definitely gonna be a toy color.
And then of course,
a toy color and probably
a Shockwave color.
Oh yeah. What else can you do?
Yeah.
You can only do toy color and Shockwave. It's the only repaint you can do.
Yeah. No, but I understand. I definitely get what you're saying, Brian. I definitely get what you're saying because, now you see them like with what they're doing with the animated version of Red Alert, which I thought was horse shit. Like now what are they gonna do? Go down the whole line again and do more anime styled colors?
Like they're doing with that He-Man thing on Matty Factor. Those guys.
Look at the MP Red Alert. Now they came out with an more animated, accurate colored. I mean, really, it's really not that much of a difference where it's going to make me say, here's $80.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not hating on this figure. I really like this Masterpiece Shockwave, actually. I think it looks really great.
Yeah, you know what? I think with it, they found a really good balance between the tune and the toy. From the waist up, it's tune. From the waist down, it's toy with the chicken legs. You know what I mean?
But it's funny.
I do like that the legs are skinnier than Quakewaves, but
I never really liked Quakewaves' legs. I always thought they were
always down at the down at the
kind of beefy.
Yeah. And the other thing I really never liked about Quakewave is how square he is in the like his whole torso looks like one big square.
All right, guys. Let me just pop in and say you're talking about a figure that's like almost 3 years old. That came out in like the golden era of third-party figures.
It was like $500.
Quakewave was actually my first third-party figure.
Mine too, man.
Well, actually,
my first too.
It was my second. First was Hegemon, then I got Quakewave. So
mine was the whole fans project Stunticons. I went big and went home.
Mine was Hercules.
Yeah, Hercules is my first, but Shockwave was my first MP. Because I was going to pass on it at first, and then I saw pictures of how big it was.
I was like, I should probably buy it because I'm probably not going to be able to find it later.
And then he went for like $500 for the longest time. That was crazy.
Until they announced the second run, and then people were like, oh.
Yep.
So I wanted to point out something. So my brother, who's 12 years younger than me, he doesn't know anything about, he doesn't collect, I should say. He doesn't know anything about Transformers. So he comes over, and I plop down MP Shockwave, and I plop down Quakewave right in front of him, and I say, give me your opinion. And, of course, when he picks them up, the first thing he does is he feels the weight, and he's like, ooh, that's nice. Right? So everybody talks about, like, Shattercast always talking about how, like, I think there's some kind of thing with our psyche and weight or whatever, and if it feels heavier, we think it's higher quality. But then after you put him down and looked at him,
Yes, I am.
he was.
Sorry.
And then after you put him down and he was looking at him, he just was looking at Quakewave, and he's like, he really liked the style of it, and overall, since he didn't, because he asked me, he's like, well, why do you have two? And I was like, well, one's the official. You got to get the official one. And he's like, yeah, but if you already had this one, and I think that one looks better, why'd you get the other one? And I was like, shut up, man. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's pretty interesting, man. You should have taped that.
Yeah,
that would have been great thing to videotape.
But when he just looked at him, he looked at Quakewave, and he's like, that looks like the better toy.
By the way, you noticed my age when I said videotape.
Yeah, it's probably,
I didn't say
probably people
record.
listening saying, what the hell is a video?
Yeah, I didn't say record.
That's like when you say cassette.
Videotape.
Or even better, single.
What?
Betamax.
He also these emblems are stickers. He has options. You can have the deformed ones that were in G1 that were on the show, because if you ever notice, they're squishy. They're squished. So if you want the more accurate to the show.
Here, hold on. I got the sticker sheet right here. So.
I think Reaper Labels is gonna come out with a set for this guy.
For what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Decepticon logos.
Maybe like one line or something. I don't know.
So the top I would say is like the regular con logo, and the bottom is the more show accurate, because you know how it always looked deformed and kind of squishy.
They should have gave you red ones too, because they did that a lot too.
Yeah, they did a lot of things. But, yeah.
The purple Autobot one and the
Everybody
red.
get that? Everybody get that? Yeah.
There is some detail on it, in the leg panels, which are the grips for the gun. They're very toy. It looks the same on the toy. There is some panels, some lining in here. There's some lining on here. It's not a lot, because he didn't really have a lot. There is some. So they molded, like, this is the button for the gun, and they molded that same thing on here so it looks symmetrical.
Oh, that's nice.
Hold on, I'm gonna show. Here's the card. Came with it also.
Oh, you mean that thing that stays in the box?
Yeah.
Oh, look how dark it is there. Oh, yeah.
Easy, Matt. I can't get the fucking focus. Shout out to 1080p.
What do you guys do with your cards? I just leave them in the box.
Leave them in the box.
Yeah, I just leave it.
Yeah, in the box.
Everything's in the box. Box life. Right behind me. See the box life?
His backpack again.
Oh, so does the eye have a light piping in it, or is it just paint?
The eye does not have an LED. It is all light piped. So that's what that is.
Yep. Check out that fucking 32.5-inch Vizio back there.
I could probably turn this light on.
There we go.
And you can see
there you go.
zoom up.
Hey,
You can see the light.
you like my light? Come on, baby, light my fire.
That really washes it out, though. Also, the back of the eye is either a darker purple or it's painted.
What?
The flat part behind the eye.
Oh, you're like the back
Like
of the
Quakewave. Quakewave is just a big chunk of purple.
Yeah, I know a lot of people
didn't
there
like
and they
that.
painted it.
Yep, a lot of people painted that black.
Really?
So that's another thing that I liked, is that they actually put the darker color behind the eye.
Mm.
I don't know what else. What else?
Well, you talked about the basics of the figure, so maybe we could do a up and down the panel here and see what everybody else has to think about it. First of all, I just want to talk about what Brian Brink pointed out for Mr. Toy Lab Friends, Rona Kaufman.
Spruce?
Yeah, what do we call them? They were toy zits, you called them?
Well, they kind of look like whiteheads, right? So
Yeah, you kind of coined the phrase as toy zip. So zits. So anytime you have a
Oh god.
you have a sprue mark or something like that, well, we're just gonna call them toy zits. And did you turn it around?
I did.
Oh well, you got to show people the toy zits, so they want to
yeah.
see it.
So
So there's an issue right here in the arms where there's sprue marks.
can you highlight?
You get it?
Can you highlight him or?
I'm highlighting him.
All right.
You don't see him highlighting?
All right. There it goes.
That's click on it.
Yeah. So you know, when Ronan posted earlier this week, and you know, he was saying about his stress marks, and I happened to look at mine. I was like, man, I must have just really got lucky. And then Dust, when you posted your photo spread of them, and I saw that you had them, I went back and took a closer look yesterday, and it turns out that I did have them, but they were on the side and not in the front. So then I just grabbed that little cylinder right above the elbow, and I noticed that it swiveled.
I'm trying to get this on mine because Ace's camera is bugging the fuck out here.
It's not meant to zoom in like that.
See it right there? I have it on the side right there. It's right where the elbow meets the upper part of the arm.
Wow, he looks really blue in your screen, Dust.
It's okay.
Looks like
Yeah, I got lucky. Mine's on the inside of
I
the arm.
barely got any light in here, Matt. You know, here. Here. Let me throw. Hey, is that better? I doubt it, but you know. But you can see it right there, like right where the gray meets the purple, that little spot. But it turns around. You could totally turn that around to the back. So that's where they took the part off the tree.
You gotta cut them off somewhere.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know, man. It's been getting worse and worse. Put a little sand in there or something, a little paint action. If there was any paint apps on this, you know, they would have just been able to paint it. But
yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to say, the first time I saw this is at NJCC, and I was hoping Tyler was going to be on too, because when I picked it up was I was expecting more of it to be painted, because after Trax, Ironhide, and Hot Rod, they were painting almost every part of the figure. And considering the price point that this was coming out for US, I thought maybe that they were going to paint most of it. But it's just plastic. I mean, it looks great. I mean, I'm not going to harp on it, but you know, when you're buying.
Oh, I'll give you one fucking guess. Uh-huh. I'm sorry.
I mean, to me, if they're calling this masterpiece, they might as well just go all out. And I mean, because supposedly this is supposed to be the top of the line, right? So you look at you know, other properties, you know, when they're putting out their best figures. I mean, those things are painted and stuff like that. So I thought that was a little disappointing, but you know, I quickly got over it. I'm not going to harp on it.
I mean, I'm sure most of the money is probably going to electronics and license, because I'm sure they had to pay a pretty penny for the license to get it back from Radio Shack.
Yeah, but I thought that once Radio Shack went out, they were done.
Yeah, but they still own the rights.
It wasn't up for grabs after that?
No, you still have to pay for it because they still owned it.
Wow.
Radio Shack's paying their pensions with Shockwave royalties, and
Robbie, how they're avoiding lawsuits.
And Robbie the robot. Remember Robbie the robot? That was Radio Shack, wasn't it?
All right. So Brian, what else didn't you like about it? If we're going to go on the negative, keep going on a negative, and then you could just give us a little bit of your positive.
To be honest, that was the only thing. You know, I was a little disappointed in. I just wanted to.
So for the price point, we're talking price point, lack of paint.
Yeah. And I did buy it overseas, so from a price point perspective, you know, I didn't have to bite the bullet that bad on it, yeah. But that was it. I mean, other than that, I mean, I do like the transformation. I like the overall aesthetic. This thing that they did with the hose, I mean, that's cool stuff. I mean, no one else would have thought of that, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, if it wasn't for so many failures in the past.
Yeah.
With the rubber cracking and that, you know, I mean, because you know they're watching, you know, they see what's going on in the third party world, so.
Yeah, and I like how they did it with no parts forming, right? So the original G-Run parts formed, and they found a way to make it so I didn't have to, and that was pretty cool. And to be honest, Quakewave, when I first got it, and even though it's parts forming for that cannon, that's pretty ingenious though how they flipped it inside out like that. And incorporated it into the backpack. I thought that was always pretty awesome too.
Yeah, that's cool.
Big Joss.
Yeah.
You didn't fall asleep on us, did you?
No, I'm here, man. Y'all can still hear me, right?
Of course, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's on you, man.
Yeah, I like the color, like y'all, I like the transformation. I do like the LED, but you take that around to the things that bother me a little bit. I don't see why they couldn't have done something with the head, especially when it's like powered by 2 AAA batteries in the backpack. I don't mind the lack of paint as much because I think they got the color down pretty good on the plastic. In gun mode, maybe the screw holes in the back kind of bother me a little bit, but I don't really spend much time paying attention to it. I do think the spring for the hose is a really good choice over using some kind of rubber or plastic. It's probably going to last a lot longer in the long run, but I mean, I'm really happy with it. And I've had Quakewave for a while, and I think this guy's going to take his spot just because of the tune accuracy. And he's got that look I'm looking for my MP shelf. So yeah, that's about all I got to say about that, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely like what I said, and I coined a phrase this week, and I call it tune tickled.
Yeah.
I really didn't like what I had in, how it felt in hand, and I was a little disappointed in gun mode. But once I started transforming it, and then got done with those fucking legs, and then got to the upper torso and everything, and then the head pops, and you're looking at it, and you're like, I got tune tickled. You get what I mean? Like, then the nostalgia came in, then the warm feeling came in, then I'm like, all right, yeah, I was hating about 5 minutes ago, but now look at that. That's fucking Shockwave, man. And I just sat there and looked at it for like 15 fucking minutes and didn't even move it. I just held it in my hand. You know what I mean? And it's like, it just got that, I can look past the things that I didn't like about it. It wasn't that big of a deal anymore. I got it from a U.S. retailer. I paid about 135, 140. Like, that price point didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't care anymore about the price point because, you know what? What did I do as soon as I transformed it? I'm sitting next to my computer. I fired up episode 1, season 1. You know what I mean? And every time I saw him come on the screen, I paused it and then, you know what I mean? Did a comparison. So, right there, it was worth the money. But I'm gonna let you guys right now. To me, this is easily a $90 figure, without electronics. I don't think electronics anywhere brings it up to that price point, especially now being that I realize now that there's two battery sections because they couldn't figure out to throw the fucking wire in there and throw it through the arms. They didn't want to come up with something that they did years ago to connect it all to one power source. You know what I mean?
Let's face it, they couldn't ask $200 for it, right?
No.
Thank God.
No. But this is in no way saying don't buy this figure. If you're a Decepticon fan and this is something that you need in your life and you love the cartoon and you want that cartoon accuracy, then by all means go for it. If you want a little bit more quality, a little more beef, that's where the Quake Blast and Quakewave comes into play. The legs are kind of a little weird. I wasn't too crazy about the leg transformation. What are you eating? Fucking chips over there? Popcorners? You got popcorners over there, big? And then, like right here, look-wise, just little things, man. Like, the little gaps, this little thing just hanging out here doing nothing. You know what I mean?
That big ass gap in the gun.
Yeah, but overall, man, that's just me being a Transformer fan, and that's what we do, But honestly, I would say get it. It definitely does that tune tickle, man. Matt, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I like the heft of it.
All right, Matt, that's enough. Look who decided to join us. I had to get through that so I could just introduce Mr. Tyler L. there. It's just like, I gotta take this fucking thing out of the box.
Oh no, this is something.
You gotta rush to catch up now.
So you're opening up another toy while you're on another
Oh,
show?
we got a double header. We got a double header tonight. We got.
Oh man.
You bought Scamjet.
Actually, after listening to your rant about looking like the cartoon, this guy looks like the cartoon,
I
man.
know, man. Shut up! Shut up!
Waiting for my damn pre-order to come in.
Shut up! Shout out to PayPal credit. So what do you think of the MP Laserwave? What's your thoughts, bro?
Hold on, just transform it back into gun mode real
So
quick.
before we start, just so Tyler has every version of Shockwave ever. Is that how it works?
No, not every version, but I do have quite a few Shockwaves.
But you've got 4 Quake Waves, right?
I do have 4 Quake Waves.
Yeah.
And I thought I had them all until somebody at the NJCC was like, "Oh no, that purple, it's a different purple."
Yeah, it is.
So there's 5, and now I'm just like
The FT03 and the FT03 too.
Yeah, but does one man need 5 Quake Waves?
You have 4. You might as well go for the other one.
Yeah.
Actually, I think technically
Let's do
6.
anything
I think they did.
half-assed, I mean.
What was that, Ace?
I thought there was 6. They didn't, because they were going to do a clear version of the first one, but they didn't. They saved that for the second run.
No, I was gonna say I have the clear one, I have the gray one. I have the light purple,
there was a
dark
picture
purple.
of all the factory workers smashing all the original clear ones.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Because they didn't make the cut.
Yeah, getting back to the Shockwave, like, it was weird. Like, when I first got him out, I didn't even wait. Like, after I can't talk, sorry. The Sunday of that con, like, I opened it when I got home, and, like, the first thing I was like, wow, man, this thing's really light.
Yeah,
And
that's exactly
then,
what I said.
when I pulled it out, and, like, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it looks pretty good in gun mode, and then I flipped it over, and there was nothing but, like, screw holes, like, riddling the top of this thing. Like, it really, really bothered me. It looked like a slice of Swiss cheese. There were that many holes. Like, I put it down, and I had to walk away from it for a little bit.
What about that big-ass hole in the back?
Well, I didn't even get that far because I was looking at all the screw holes on the top. I'm just like, man, is this really where we're at with MP? Like, it just looked unfinished. And, like, I even went back and looked in the box for, like, screw cover fillers. I'm like,
yeah,
they didn't even put any of those in here. I'm like,
Maybe,
okay.
Maybe $69.99 toys will make us some screw fillers.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
shout out to Justin.
and something for the back.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
big
he
fucking
said he might
gaping
try that
hole
out.
that I didn't notice until somebody just brought it up.
Did I ruin your night?
Fucking assholes. Because I had it in gun mode and I played with it a little bit. I threw it down on the table. I was disgusted. I walked in the other room. I came back. I said, all right, fucking transform it. If you don't like it, you put it in the box, you sell it. And then once I fucking transformed it, that was it. I was done. Toon tickle. That toon tickle, man. I got that toon tickle going on.
Well, and it's funny. So when I finally decided to transform him, like, I kind of like the butterfly knife legs, like the way they kind of fold out and come back around. Like, I thought that was kind of a cool transformation. But then it was like there was no outward ratchet, which kind of bothered me. And even if you try to get him in too close of a stance, like his legs will, you see it?
Ace said it was for transformation, you know. That's Ace. You know?
Otherwise, the ratchets wouldn't line up when those panels folded around to make the back.
So, I don't know. It just, that kind of bothered me, but it's weird, man. Like, I've had him out. He's been sitting out for over a week now. And it's like the more I keep looking at him, the more I like him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he grows on you, man. He's kind of like, he's like a fungus.
More than Quakewave?
No, like, I still like my Quakewave, and I thought Quakewave did the part, but it's one of those things, like, when you stand them next to each other now, it's like, well, Quakewave is definitely Shockwave, but now after you have this guy, it's like, I don't think he's G1 Shockwave. I don't know what Shockwave he is, but...
Yep, you're absolutely right. I said the same thing.
There you go.
I said what I was going to do was, like, Quakewave's going to be my comic Shockwave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
just my Marvel comic Shockwave, you know? I don't know why I said that, but, you know, just the deeper color and whatnot, so... I have to justify having him on my fucking shelf.
Well, and I mean, and he's the Quakewave in the comics. Like, he's a badass in the comics. You know what I mean? So I think Quakewave, a little more bulk, a little more heft to him. I mean, he looks more threatening when they're standing there on the shelf next to each other. So that works.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, thanks, man. I got in here a little late, but it's all good. Thanks for coming through, man.
Dinner ran long. Sorry, guys.
Ace, your thoughts?
I pretty much said them all, but like I said, just a touch taller would have been nice, but I'm not really a stickler for it. I think it's good enough. A little bit darker would have been nice. I really wish he would have had a light up eye instead of the light piping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other than I really wish he had the pew pew sound.
Yes.
that would be great.
All right, so right down the line, I think we could all agree that price point.
It's
Right? For what we're getting for price point, there should have been a little bit more.
for 160,000 yen. It's asking a bit much.
That's the same price for MP10.
Okay,
isn't it?
now in America, how much is that?
About $150, 145, something like that.
You see, for the price of that, you can get Quakewave also. So then you compare them next to each other. It's just like for that for the money, I would lean more towards Quakewave.
Yeah, but you know what? G1 wasn't your shit. You were fucking one of those RID Cybertron kids.
Well,
he looks
right?
like
Correct?
This guy looks like he walked off the fucking screen.
Exactly. So if that's what you want, that's where you're gonna go. And I still love my Quakewave.
This guy is a good Shockwave, but he is not walk off the screen Shockwave.
I guess it would be the feet. That would be my only thing, and the color. Like if MP Shockwave was a little bit darker, I think I might go for that one.
Well, Matt, you don't live too far from me. You're about 2 hours. Why don't you come down here and we'll do a marathon of G1? All right, me and you. That's going to be something where we put a camera on the wall and we just do a 13-hour marathon of some G1 there, so we can teach you.
Go fund me.
Yeah, I gotta do my homework before.
It's everything.
I don't think you know what? I don't think you ever watched one episode of Generation.
Yes, I do. I got all the DVDs.
And they're collecting dust.
When have you watched them?
So, I got one in my Xbox right now. It's season 3, I think.
hey, well, come on, guys. This is the same guy who said the bad Q bugs were better than fans.
We already talked.
Hey,
Look at him. He has
Stop bringing it up.
He's been talking about it all night. Everybody's been asking about the bad Q bugs. And this is not shitting on Quakewave because Quakewave is a great fucking figure, man. Like I said, it was my second third-party figure when I got back in the game, but that was 3 years ago, And for 3 years, it still holds up. Now I don't own a Quake Blast. Everybody says Quake Blast is fantastic. That's it's a different aesthetic than Quakewave, but yet it's kind of in between where you would see MP and Quakewave. Quake Blast is kind of in the middle. They're saying, you know what I mean? It's kind of best of both worlds, kind of. It's a little bit thinner, but yet it still has the heft. And so I don't know. I'm gonna pick one up and then I'll judge it from there. But honestly, right now for the G1 tune high that I've been on, that it's doing it for me. And you guys could see from that video I did, I really hated it out the box in gun mode, man. I fucking tossed it to the side like I was really fucking disgusted. And then once I transformed it, I got that tune tickle going on, you know what I mean? And then I started fucking around with the accessories, and I'm like, oh god, this is bad.
Yeah.
Like the way the hands go on, pop on like that, it just
felt cheap, right?
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, it seems like they're taking a little bit out of Combiner Wars technology here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
continue with that.
It's like a little bit of a higher scale Combiner War technology, but different design team.
No, it's not a team. It's a dude.
It's a team. Someone has to make it. Someone has to fucking.
So the new guy that's doing the MPs, which ones has he designed so far?
Oh god, you're gonna get Ace on this now.
He's the one who started it.
MP1 through MP9.
Chicken legs.
MP. He didn't do Star Saber, so he did Trax, Ironhide, and this guy.
Okay.
And he did chicken legs.
Well, he had 48 hours to design chicken legs.
Oh, that's the story. Come on, likely story.
Well, maybe if you had 49 hours, you'd do a little bit better. No.
He had 12 days to design it and get a prototype out. And so 48 hours of that was actual design.
You got a good Kremzik out of it.
We're gonna take a pair. We're gonna hold on here on Tyler while he's ramming his jet.
You know, I just wanted to point out, the kind of the differences in the aesthetic between Shockwave and Quakewave.
Yes.
It's like they say it walks off the screen, but 1986 animation, it's almost like this is low definition Shockwave, and then you look at Quakewave, like this is what he would look like in HD.
Kind of. That's kind
No,
of
that's great, man. That's a great way to say that,
I
man.
like that.
That's kind of what like Gravity Builder is for Devastator.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And that's why I passed.
And one more thing, just the fact that they gave us the little gun accessory, I love that. Like I wish
That's the best part.
That's
wish
the kind of
that
stuff that Takara does that third parties just don't.
yeah,
I'm
I
like-
wish like
well,
Fans
no.
Toys for Tesla. I wish Fans Toys gave us that for Tesla, and like they gave it to us for Reflector. That was pretty cool.
With the mini reflector.
Yeah, I would have liked like a mini bombshell to come with that Grenadier from Fans Toys. That would have been pretty cool too.
Mm.
And Soundwave, like a miniature Soundwave.
Well, the good thing is you can just buy the Bad Cube ones in 6 months when they're littering every online store for $10.
I might buy some more than.
You would.
Well, for $10, shit. I think you would too.
If you go on Bad Cube's website, it just says the one guy who bought our stuff.
Shout out to Asian Kid Matt buying our stuff.
He's the only one who bought the bugs.
Shout out to Lamborghini doors everywhere.
Oh yeah. 2 weeks or maybe less.
Oh, he's counting down the hours.
Wasn't it 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago.
I know. I thought he had them already.
Oh, that's a story for another day.
I was waiting for the text message from him in the chat saying like, oh yeah, man, guys, I started these doors at 9:30 and I'm not done. It's 2 o'clock in the
he
morning.
showed me what
and
he
I
has
gotta
to
go to
do.
work tomorrow. What am I supposed to do?
Hey Josh, my door won't go back on.
Yeah, get a garbage bag and some fucking duct tape, homie, and just go to work.
He showed me at NJCC.
You're gonna be
what
like
the
this.
fuck he has to do.
In the wind.
This motherfucker has to Dremel half his car out to get these doors.
No,
Yes, you do.
That's all it is. Direct bolt on.
All right, we're getting off track here, man. We
Yeah,
went
yeah.
from Shockwave to the Scion you can see from space. So anybody else got anything they want to talk about with this? Come on, now's the time, man.
The
Well,
mold.
talking about price point. Does anybody else feel like they got the same amount of toy as Ironhide, but for like $50 less?
Yes.
No.
Minus the electronics, of course.
Electronics, son.
Yeah, that's probably
Two
what
different battery sources because
They didn't
we
even
can't-
include
we
batteries
can't
with
run a
it.
wire to
I can hook LEDs to my toys if I wanted to right now.
Matt, do you have the toy?
No, but I got
Then
LEDs.
shut the fuck up.
Hold up.
All I know is in a
No,
probably like,
what'd you do now?
All right,
all I know
so
is in
I'm
like
just
a,
gonna boot
in
him
a
out.
week in a week or two, Dr. Wu's gonna have that LED head out. I just know it.
Yeah,
Oh, I hope
he's gonna
so.
do something.
You don't even need like a whole head. Just take the light piping out and stick something in there.
Yeah, man, you can unscrew it. Looks like
Yeah, but just I definitely get what you're saying because I felt the same way. I felt like I really was happy with Ironhide, especially for the price point and the size of it, and I was like really. And then this just seems like it just went the total opposite way.
I'm
but
sure there's a reason for being that high. I'm sure it's licensing or something stupid like that. Because we obviously we don't know. We're not the designers. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Not
It's,
making excuses, but
yeah.
we don't know.
it's the slinky technology.
It could be the slinking technology.
Or we
Look
just
at this! Look at this! Look at this! It bends with the arm. Look at that!
or we just got
Space
or,
age shit. Look at that!
or with all those hand attachments we got fisted.
I'm gonna see if mine can walk down the stairs by itself. With the
Just throw the
slinky
whole
technology.
toy down the stairs and see.
It walks downstairs and runs in the stairs and makes the slinkety sound. A
See, I can't listen to
thing,
that without-
a beautiful thing.
can't-
Everyone knows it's Laserwave.
I can't think of that without thinking log. Log,
Yeah.
log. Big, it's heavy, it's wood.
All right, we're running about an hour here. You want to wrap this shit up, Ace?
Yeah. All right, so that's our show on Laserwave, aka Shockwave in America, because I guess Shockwave doesn't mean anything in Japanese. So thanks everybody for joining us. Let's go down the line real quick. Tell everybody where you can find you. Brian.
Brian Brink on Facebook, and just participating in the groups and stuff.
Hey, what's that you got behind you, brother? I see a
Oh,
little thing
that
on the wall
I
there.
just put up a little something. This is how I dabble in the community. I just got little thumbnails up of my favorite podcasts and reviewers, things like that.
That's cool.
Hashtag community.
Awesome, brother.
Nice.
I think you're missing one.
Oh no, Brave is missing by not by accident. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I'm just kidding with you, Brave man. I love you.
got him. Don't worry, he doesn't watch this anyway. Justin.
Sure.
My name's Justin Lynette. You can find me on Facebook or behind the liquor store next to the dumpster.
Awesome. I think I tripped over your foot last week. You were in my spot. You took my spot, you bastard.
Sure it's not in the dumpster?
I was
Not
going to
yet.
say, I don't think I've ever heard a more accurate description of you, Justin. That is
Thanks,
very
man.
fitting.
Well, my nickname's Dumpster J. I just don't use it on Facebook.
Well,
Not
that's
because of that.
that's another reason this is a family show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, crap, my internet's gonna go out.
Yeah, it's a fucking family show. Put the kids to fucking bed.
Tyler.
You can find me on Facebook just under my name, and then each week on Toy Detox.
Toy D.
Matt.
My internet's about to go out, but you can
Do it
find
quick,
me on Asian Kid Matt on Instagram. And,
Hurry up, get it out.
Asian Kid Matt on YouTube.
What does it run on batteries? How do you know it's getting ready to go out?
The hamster fell off the wheel.
Everything's frozen right now.
The hamster's running around the wheel with his hand up like this going, 1 more minute, man, I'm done. I can't do it no more, I'm done.
Tell your neighbor to reset his router.
Stop stealing that McDonald's Wi-Fi, yo.
Passwords, I'm loving it. Dust.
Hey, I'm at Dust Mites on Instagram. I'm in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group, Eddie Dust Mites. Yeah, that's it, man. Just www.realmofcollectors.com. Enter the realm every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, live, right here on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel.
Or catch it after the fact on iTunes.
Yeah, or you can catch it on iTunes for all you on-the-go motherfuckers.
Fuckers with lives.
Yeah, wow, I wonder what that is. I think I spend more time in this fucking computer chair than anything else.
That's alright.
Shout out to the Realm of Collectors, baby.
At least it doesn't squeak.
Yo!
I am A Smilo. You can find me Instagram at A Smilo, Facebook and the Realm of Collectors group also. Everywhere, A Smilo, Twitter, whatever the hell you want.
All right, guys, we're probably going to keep this room open a little bit, not broadcasting, so if anybody wants to pop in, say what's up, hang out for about 20 minutes or so, I'm sure we'll be here unwinding. So just hit me up. I'll send you the link.
Thanks, everybody, for coming out tonight. We've got a super full house.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Matt, you're frozen. Is Matt frozen?
I think Matt's dead.
Yeah.